Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We were definitely gonna talk about it. How y'all doing today? Just woke up like a couple of minutes ago, and I've been waiting to do this type of video for a while. Uh, so as you guys know, obviously, Microsoft had bought Bethesda, which of course Bethesda was you know excuse me, sorry. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, that hurt. No, but Bethesda was actually, you know, of course, are in charge of titles like, Elder Scrolls, Fallouts, Doom, things like Wolfenstein and many other titles. And especially it's gonna be coming out with the new Elder Scrolls 6, which is a major thing. And now there's a whole thing going on right now which kind of bothers me, but kind of makes me understand. Um, so let me go to it because this is very funny to me, and uh, like it kind of makes me it kind of makes me think about it a little bit, and it's kind of fun. It's weird to me about exclusivity. So I kind of have a problem with it, and I kind of sort of understand this. So let me go to the actual thing about it. So as you can see, it says what Microsoft owns, Sony cannot get. So the surprise news that Microsoft will acquire Bethesda parent company ZeniMax for 7.5 billion raises a whole slew of questions. Will franchises like Doom, Fallout, and Skyrim become Xbox exclusive? What does that mean for upcoming games like Starfield and The Elder Scrolls 6? And what does ZeniMax even gain from moving under the Microsoft umbrella? Now, here is here's something that Christopher Weaver, stated about the subject, which is weird to me because I thought this was kind of weird. I was aware of the transaction and it is obviously gratifying news, Weaver tells Inverse. For a bit more insight into the Microsoft Bethesda deal, we spoke to Weaver via email where he shared his thoughts on everything from what the deal means for upcoming games. I have yet to meet an executive who does not want to accelerate the sale of a potential product to the chances of Xbox exclusivity. What Microsoft owns, Sony cannot get. To his opinion on the growing trend toward industry consolidation. A product can only be as good as the creatives who make it. And diskless gaming consoles, high speed internet will provide the bridge. Now, this kind of makes it a lot more weird for me because it kind of makes me makes me wonder what were they thinking, and also who was the genius that came up with this, because exclusivity helps push a sale for a console, and Bethesda is one of those big games and those big companies that will actually push the sale. Now, major things like Doom, Fallout, especially Elder Scrolls and Elder Scrolls Online would be a major I would say a major boost for the Xbox Series X. So it's a crazy thing on how I would say how Microsoft just got it, and it was just like it just got me by surprise when it came like that. So with that, it's kind of weird that that people are trying to go ahead and be able to do things like try to get those games like on Xbox only and try to take it from like other companies like Nintendo and PlayStation. So I'm trying to figure out, especially like why, especially like I'm trying to look at the numbers, especially like of how, how many games have sold, you know, and especially the top selling one right now is almost, I would say, 5 million to 10 million copies, um which would be Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, then it's Fallout 4, it's Fallout Shelter, and then it's Doom Eternal, and then Doom, which is all top names for it. Um, with that, it's actually pretty cool that they got this. Now, this is something that bothers me. Um, it's also depending on which system buys the most. Now, let's say if they decide to go for exclusivity. Now, otherwise, if they go for the exclusivity and do things like in regards to, I would say just keeping the games on things like, let's say on PlayStation, Xbox or Nintendo, those sales can dramatically drop. Now, once you have a game in all platforms, you can obtain a lot of sales. Now, the sad part about this is just that, especially during that time, PlayStation was the highly sold, then it was Switch, and then it was Xbox. Reason why Xbox didn't do too well was because it didn't provide anything with a good system. It was an amazing system. And now the Xbox Series X might be pushed to sell to sell, excuse me, because of the actual Bethesda purchase. Now, my thing is that will the sales go down or will the sales stay the same? Because as I said, if they're gonna do exclusivity where PlayStation cannot get anything, a lot of those sales will dramatically drop. Especially if PlayStation 4, or let's say, is probably one of the major systems where they buy all the Bethesda games. It's like, for instance, it's like if Morrowind came out during the time. Let's say Morrowind was for all systems during the time. It was for GameCube, it was for Xbox, it was for PlayStation 2, and then it was for PC. Let's say that, okay? Now, all of a sudden, what happened is that now you actually have, let's say, Nintendo buying Bethesda. And then it says, oh, we're going to go ahead and just give it a PlayStation. Guess what? There is not going to be any games for Xbox. That would drastically lower and lower and lower and lower and lower the price, because you went ahead and locked it off from an actual major area of consumer. Now, that's the downside, but as I said, the good side is that it could possibly cause major sales for, an Xbox Series X to go up, because the game sells the console. The console doesn't just sell it by itself. If that was the truth, PlayStation wouldn't have been winning, in sales compared to Xbox, because Xbox had a better system. So that's just a major thing with it. I really do hope that possibly it's not true for the exclusivity on that, because I still want to play things like Elder Scrolls 6 and all the new games and stuff like that, and probably still play Doom Eternal here and there, get the season pass for the story and everything. So I'm trying to see what's gonna go on. But let me know what you guys think. I really would like to see like what you guys feel about the situation. How do you feel about, Bethesda being bought by Xbox? How do you know if possibly games like Elder Scrolls 6, Doom, and other titles from Bethesda possibly being exclusive to Xbox? I really want to know what you guys think on that. But definitely subscribe to the EHG community. Definitely turn on your notifications when we get new streams and new videos set out. Definitely join us on our Facebook group, our Discord channel. Make sure to check out our merchandise as well. But This is your boy CrazyMaze98, aka Nicholas Morales, founder of the EHG community. And remember that there is always something amazing on the horizon. Stay tuned for another video.